I want to just share something that I think everybody can benefit from. And this is something that really got me through. I remember back in the day, my father had just passed away, and I worked at the bank. I wanted the bank to help my mother out with a loan so that she can kind of get her finances together. And so she came in and she was unable to get what she needed. And as a bank employee at the time, I did not understand that decision. And I understand things around credit and income and that sort of thing, but that particular day was the day that gave me the spark that has actually carried me through to what I'm doing today. That one day, that one event in my life gave me a nugget, and that nugget was to always to think about taking actions that are in your own best financial interest. That day, the bank said no, but no couldn't be the answer because we needed the help. And so from that day forward, I began to do everything I could to learn about all the different nuances of finance, of credit, of debt, so that I could actually do it to help my family. I mean, that was the original intent, was to help the family. But what ended up happening is I began to develop a passion for that. And because I was working for the bank, quite naturally, it felt like a good fit. But here's the thing. I knew that the systems that the banks have are based on guidelines that were set up that might not represent, the reality that some of us face coming up in our communities, and that's just the reality. And we all know that. We all know how there are characteristics and things that are out there that they set their guidelines on, and we just either fit or we don't. Well, the point is that I wanted to help as many people as possible understand how to navigate around that. And so, again, taking actions that are in your own best financial interest, taking ownership in that, and not just allowing whatever the answer is to be the final, because it's never final. If your intention and if your inspiration is driving you to get stuff done, guess what? Your financial situation can turn. And me personally, as a former banker turned into financial advisor, turned into financial trainer, now I'm training other trainers to do what I do. That was a process, but it started from this one event where we heard the word no. But thinking about how can we make this happen? So taking that first step, number one, I would say don't accept no as the answer. Think about what we can do to move from point A to point B. Define what point A is. Point A being we need help. Point B is getting the help. Well, what is that process? What does it entail? Well, if your mindset is really, really intent on making sure that you get that outcome, then you're going to make the right decisions. You're going to do what you have to do to get your credit together. You're going to do what you have to do to pay off your debt. You're going to have to do what you have to do to even earn money to do it all. And so that's kind of where I'm coming from. Again, taking actions that are in your own best financial interest and making sure that you stick to that.